Now let's talk about the box method that's used when you're dealing with special products. The first thing you have to do is you have to count the number of monomials in each polynomial. Now remember, a monomial is a number, a variable, or the product of a number and variable. Then you want to create a box with dimensions of the term numbers. I'll show you how to do that. Write each term of the first polynomial on the left side. Now that's very important that you always write the first polynomial on the left side and that you write the second polynomial on the top. Then you want to multiply each term and add like terms. So for example, if we have m plus 4 squared, we actually have m plus 4 times m plus 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to count our monomials. Here we have 1, 2. So we have a 2 by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to take the terms of this first polynomial and we're going to write an m and a plus 4. Now it's very important to always keep that sign in front because if it's a negative, you have to know that it's a negative. And then we're going to take the second polynomial and write m and a positive 4. So now this is just like the multiplication tables that we're used to where we look and we say, oh, look, if you put your finger on 5 and 4 and you bring it down together, 5 times 4 is 20. Or 2 times 2 is 4. And that's exactly what we're doing. You put your finger on top and finger on the side here. We have m times m is m squared. A positive 4 times m is 4m. And then we take 4 times m is another 4m. And 4 times 4 is 16. So what you can do from this box method, you can then write everything out where you have m squared plus 4m plus 4m plus 16. Now at this time, what you want to do is you want to combine like terms. All right, well I have an m squared. I don't have any more m squareds. I do have a positive 4m and a positive 4m. And then, of course, we have our lonely positive 16 constant. Okay? So now, sorry about the phone there. So now what you have to do is you have to combine like terms. So this actually gives us m squared. 4m plus 4m is 8m. Because remember, when you're adding polynomials, you're actually just adding the coefficients. And plus 16. So our answer is m squared plus 8m plus 16. Okay? So let's look at another one. Now this next example has a lot to do with science. This has to do, I think one of the things was the genetic chart, okay? So if you have capital D plus y squared, we actually have capital D plus y and capital D plus y. So my box, to create my box, I'm going to have a 2 by 2. So here we go. Let's draw our box. Now we're going to write the polynomial, the first polynomial on this side. And then we're going to write this polynomial here. Now I'm going to do it like you would in science, and then we're going to turn it into the math equation, okay? If you have a capital D times a capital D, you have capital D times capital D. And then you have a capital D and a little y, and a capital D and a little y. And then you have y times y, okay? Or yy. So if you were to write this out, you have plus dy plus dy plus y. Simplified, d squared. Now I have 2 of these. And if you look, your like terms are on the diagonal. So you have plus 2 dy plus y squared. Now, if you do not like the box method, it is fine. When you're dealing with solving polynomials, you can use the FOIL property or FOIL method, distributive property, or you can use the box method. All 3 of them are going to give you the exact same answer. Now let's look at this one. Let's say that your word problem says you have a rectangle with a height of x plus 2 and a width of x squared plus 2x plus 1. And then you have to find the area of this rectangle. So let's just pretend we have a rectangle and they're saying x plus 2 and x squared plus 2x plus 1. What is the area? Well, to find the area of a rectangle, you have to do base times height, which is height times width. This is all the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the box method with this one. But this time we have to have a 2 by 3. Okay, now remember the first polynomial always goes on the side. This trinomial is going to go on top, x squared plus 2x plus 1. All right, so here we go. X squared times x gives me x cubed. X squared times 2 gives me 2x squared. X times 2x gives me x squared. And 2x times 2 gives me 4x. X times 1 gives me x. And 2 times 1 gives me 2. Now remember I told you that like terms are on the diagonal. And here our x terms are on that diagonal. So I do not have another x cubed, so we write x cubed. And then since these are like terms and we're adding on the diagonal, we just look at our coefficients. 2 plus 2 plus 4x squared. We leave our variable the same. This is 4 plus 1, so that's 5x plus 2. And there's another method of solving a binomial by trinomial without FOIL or distributive property.